Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at XL Drifblim. Shiny, 98%. Go plussed it back in the day, and I decided, alright, let's go ahead and just use it. I wanted to use Scrafty again. The thing is awesome, really fun to use. Very good up against the meta. Got this mirror match here. Before we get into it, I just want to explain a little something about this mirror match here and what's going to be taking place. Why am I winning when that one's better? Well, we snuck in an extra counter. We did not allow them to get an extra counter, and after we hit our power-up punch, therefore we got more damage in. So we're going to be inevitably able to win this. There you go. Looking good. And we're going to be pairing up the Drifblim with Nidoqueen Shadow, of course. Love it. And the Scrafty, right? Drifblim is good. We need to look out for dark types, and ghost types. So that's where we're going to be having the Scrafty helping it out. I think that's more of the core than the Shadow Nidoqueen. The Shadow Nidoqueen is amazing. It is going to be protecting the Scrafty from Charm and Fighting. And then the Scrafty is also going to be protected from Fighting from the Drifblim. And then, well, Drifblim is weak to Dark. Scrafty's protecting it from that. Nidoqueen is kind of the balance in between it all. All right? So with that said, I'm having a fantastic day. We're going to have a pizza party over here later. It's going to be some good stuff. And I'm paying. All right, so with that said, I think that's all we really have to go over. I could go on forever, but let's see what we have going on. So we're going to be retreating into our Nidoqueen as we see them get off their charge move. Once they've done that, we're going to swap in. They see it after they bring in their Escavalier and they back out. We take the win. Next battle, we're met with an Umbreon. This is going to be short and sweet. They swap into a Gramble. We bring in Nidoqueen. That's rock, paper, scissors for you, folks. Oh, yeah. That's rock, paper, scissors. Doesn't matter how skilled you are. It's going to, come down to that sometimes. Next battle, we're met with an Ampharos, and this is a fine lead, I suppose. Got a little lag in the beginning there. Now, something we need to look out for is going to be Focus Blast. That will be one-shotting us, so we need to be careful of that. And what my opponent is doing is playing it very smart here, building up plenty of energy, making it appear as if they're going to be going for a Focus Blast, letting the charge moves go through. They survive barely. So clean. And now they can get off two of these, so we're going to be shielding it up just for safe measure, and I do believe they have about a charge move ready to go back there. Swapping into Dragonite, and at this point I was kind of a little confused as to what I should do. Since we've already used the shield, I decided to just stay here, and we're going to let this go through. This is why I love Scrafty. Check this out. Surviving the Dragon Claw, getting off a power punch, not very effective, and we're friggin' taking out this Dragonite. They shield, oh no, okay, well, they take us out, but we get a shield from them with a power punch. That's fine. That's good. And then when they back, we take the win. Looking good, folks. Let's go. If you do enjoy my videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Really does help me out quite a bit. Shows that you like these kind of videos. So we're met with an Umbreon for the next battle. They're going to be swapping into Mewtwo. We could have totally stayed there with our Scrafty in the Mewtwo fight. But I just want to retreat just in case they have like a Dynamic Punch or something like that. But we are shielding up anyways. We're getting the Shadow Ball through, which is just perfect. Maybe they thought we were going for an Icy Wind, which we're going to be going for now. Don't even need to hit all those bubbles or letting it go through. Bringing in that Umbreon, and this is still perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure we're still good to go. So we're going to just lower the attack as much as possible. They can't farm us down. That's not going to happen. What they can do is build up extra energy, eventually take us out and have that energy stored up and just swap when we bring in Scrafty, and then they can counter us with whatever. All of the stat debuffs are going to refresh on the Umbreon, and then they can come back in, and Nidoqueen can still handle that. But they're going to be swapping as soon as we bring in our Scrafty to a Sylveon, so we're just, extremely hard countering them here. Now, this is the nice thing about Sylveon. It receiving Psyshock is giving it that coverage to go up against these poisons that were so troublesome up against it, and they really had nothing to combat it. But this time they are putting on the pressure, which they're going to be getting a shield out of me. Going to go instantly for this Poison Fang here, because we have the Scrafty in the back with full health. It doesn't matter if that Umbreon had 100 energy when we did come out of this battle. There's nothing that they can do at this point. Not with Last Resort. It's just not going to happen here. Going for another, I was going to say attack debuff, defense debuff, swapping into Scrafty. And at that point, they're like, oh yeah, Scrafty's back there. I don't want to deal with that. We take the win. Into the next one. Oh, bad lead. Okay. That's all right. We've planned for this. This is why we made the team here. Swapping into Nidoqueen here. We're looking pretty good. And they're going to go ahead and throw. We are going to let this go through. It is a cross chop, not very effective. We're looking just perfect. Now, I didn't throw because I thought they might potentially try to swap, and I wanted that energy for whatever they're going to bring in. And there they go. They're exactly, this is what I was talking about. So they're catching with a Nidoqueen, not very effective Poison Fang. We did lower their defense, so now if we do hit a Earth Power, it will take them out. But it is quite obvious. We're going for Earth Power here, right? So if they do hit us with a Poison Fang, I do believe we would want to retreat after this into our Drifblim. And there we go. Kind of a little slow on that swap, but that's okay. If they have Stone Edge, yeah, they're good to go, but I highly doubt that they do. They're going to just go for a Poison Fang, lowering our defense. Now, if you haven't been up against this, or had this matchup specifically with a Nidoqueen or a Drifblim, yeah, the Drifblim is resisting everything, but that Poison Fang and Poison Jab can add up if they're an even matchup. If they're, you know, full health to full health, even energy, even energy. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball here on the Ninetales. Getting a little bit risky here. So obviously we're not going with Scrap. Well, oh, okay. So I do this because I want them to throw their energy. I'm expecting whether. Okay, smart. I have to say smart on my end. So now we're going to go ahead and bring in the Nidoqueen to go ahead and finish off this Ninetales. We will be shielding that up. And we will be shielding this up as well, letting it go. Oh, okay. All right. So what we're going to do is come in with Scrafty because they don't have Charm, so we're fine. Right. All right, it's all coming back to me now. In comes Machamp. That's why we're saving that shield, because we're ready for that cross chop. Getting to the Power Punch was just going to take them out. And this is looking pretty good. And countering down the Ninetales. And we don't even get to take out the last Pokemon. Looking good, taking the win. All right, so it is a video about Drifblim, which it's going to be doing great this whole video. But, I mean, Scrafty. Scrafty, he's putting in that work. All right, next battle, we're met with a Roserade. So... we personally have a lot of experience with this. If you haven't, I'm sure you already know by watching my videos. So, not the best. They're going for Weather Ball. Going to hit him with a Foul Play. They are shielding up. We're going to go ahead and swap into Drifblim because Nidoqueen can counter it as well. We do have to look out for that Grass, whatever, Leaf Storm or Grass Knot that they have going on there. So, Charizard. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw that Icy Wind here. We have two shields. We are going to go ahead and let this first one go through. I was going to say shield it up. I play a lot of these by ear, folks. I play them, and then I start remembering the last battles or something that left a mark in my brain. Like, oh yeah, this battle, man, that left a scar, or man, that was a sweep. Otherwise, some of them are just kind of over my head, and I just forget them. All right, bringing in the Scrafty to farm down the fighting or the flying type. My gosh, and they have a Surfetch'd in the back. There's your fighting. Okay. Now, call me crazy, but we're letting this go through because we need to hold on to our shields, expecting them to come back in here with this Roserade exactly, and this is why we needed those shields. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start lowering that defense as well as hitting him with the Poison Fangs. Nidoqueen's going to be putting in that work. They did not want to shield up, and at this point, I mean, obviously they can't do anything. We're going to basically just quick move them down here from this point on, and we'll go for a Power-Up Punch on the Scrafty just to increase our attack, and I do believe it actually, let's see. All right, so it looked like we planned this out pretty nicely. They're going to go ahead and take us out. They don't have energy for another charge move. In comes Scrafty, and we just take them out with the counter. Yeah, boys and girls, let's go. All right, next battle, we're going to be met with a Glade. This is actually not bad. It's kind of an interesting matchup here. Their charge moves are going to be more threatening than ours, for sure. But at the same time, we can still hold our own here, doing a lot with that Foul Play. We're going to go ahead and swap. I was trying to catch, but they didn't throw, and they're swapping into a hard counter Drapion. So the only thing we can do at this point is just Icy Wind, and it is going to be Shadow, so even though we have lowered their attack, the crunch is still going to hurt. There it is, doing, oh my goodness. See, Drifblim itself is technically not a very tanky Pokemon, really. You could even take it out with freaking Frenzy Plants. If they didn't lower your attack too much with the Icy Wind. So, going to go ahead and go for another one. I mean, that's the only thing we can do at this point. They're going to have to throw energy, which is great because they're not going to come out of this with energy. And we can come in here with Scrafty and just farm down. They might get to another Aqua Tail, but since we did lower their attack so much, it's not going to do anything at all. If they want to go for Crunch, it's going to do even less. All right, they're getting to another charge move, but it's going to do about an inch. Yeah, there you go. And we're getting energy from that as well. So they're going to be swapping into that Glade. I was trying to go for Power Punch to bait them. But they hit the Leaf Blade. We're going to go ahead and shield it up. Now we're going to see if we can get a shield out of them. Please shield it up. All right, beautiful. We're going to go ahead and swap into Nidoqueen. Yeah, I know. I did this. And we're going to, I think we shield. All right, yeah, shielding up the Leaf Blade. And what you got in the back, Porygon 2. Interesting and nice and spicy. So this is looking pretty good. Glade has really no energy, and it has really no health either. So Nidoqueen is pretty much going to finish this off for us here. Unless they have Blizzard, they're not going to be looking pretty good here. So Tri-Attack, no debuff. That's great. Going for another Poison Fang here. And Porygon 2 is pretty good. If you play it right, it's in a good position, good alignment, it's going to work great. And we take out the Confusion User with our Shadow Nidoqueen with just a little bit of health. You like that? Let's go. Next battle, we're met with a Samurott. All right, now these battles are fine. I like them. But you need to look out for the Mega Horn, which, funny enough, none of these opponents actually threw a Mega Horn at me this entire time when going up against a Samurott with the Scrafty. So they are baiting me out here. You can survive that Hydro Cannon. Although surviving 2, let's see, we'll let this one go through. Yeah, we can survive 2. And they're going to be swapping into Gengar. We're going to just stay here. I kind of wanted to swap, but then I thought about it for a second. And then you don't really want to be up against it with Nidoqueen. Gengar's Shadow Claw is just going to be digging in really too much. So I decided to just stay here. Unfortunately, that is actually going to be taking us out, so I maybe should have shielded that up. Bringing in Drifblim, and the reason why I didn't shield it up is so we can have the shield for now. There we go. We're in our last survival mode. Any sort of mistake at this point is going to cost us the game. I mean, technically, it really depends on what's in the back here. We've already used our shield, so if there's nothing that's going to be somewhat weak to it... Okay, we have a Umbreon. Folks, this is going to get interesting. You want to see the power of this damn Shadow Nidoqueen? This thing is just insane. Now, they still have a shield left, but I don't want to say it's not going to be too useful for them, but with all these debuffs, it's going to be a little tough. And we got some nice juicy lag here. And we also have the Drifblim, which is very low on health, and it can still do something. So let's see what it will be able to do here. So we're going to have to take this again. We have no more shields. So this is not lowering their attack, just their defense. We're getting to the Poison Fang, just trying to ride out our time here. So we can swap into Drifblim, and they're swapping into Samurott. We farm down, and at this point I was thinking, okay, like GG's, right? They gave me extra farm. We're going to be able to throw the Poison Fang. We take the win, and Drifblim didn't even have to do anything. And then we take out the Gengar. All 3 with the Nidoqueen at the end. Let's go. Into the next battle, we're met with a Umbreon, the best that you can get. They're going to be swapping into a Charm Ninetales. So we're going to go ahead and, you already know, bring in the Nidoqueen and just go to Poison Town on this thing. Now, we are going to throw that, and we are going to let this go through. There's no need to shield up. They're going to probably come back in here with Umbreon, and to which we're going to be able to debuff them with the Poison Fang. They have a good amount of space on our health to farm down, but we're going to be able to get in 2 of these Poison Fangs, I do believe, if they actually try to farm down. So there's 1 and 2. All right, yeah, they're not going to go for it. They don't want that debuff, so they're going to go ahead and throw their energy, which is perfect. And then we're going to bring in Scrafty. They're going to instantly swap, and they have another kind of floaty ghost like us, so they have the Jellicent XL. We've used this yesterday, first time, loved it. The thing is so OP, XL Jellicent. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through. We did lower their attack, so that's fine. We did get a shield out of them as well. Now, we still have 2 shields. What do we want to do? Shield this up? Yeah, kind of. They go for the bait, so we're just shielding up opposite over here, but it doesn't really matter. We're kind of pushing them into the corner. We just need to... I mean, Scrafty could take this thing on, too. I mean, what is it? What do we really need to be afraid of here at this point? Nothing, really. So we're just going to go ahead and... Well, we're going to go ahead and bring in Scrafty, our last Pokemon. All right. So this is great. What I'm going to do is let this go through, and we're farming down the entire time here. All right, okay, was that a bait? So we're just going to farm all the way down, and then as soon as the Jellicent does come in, we're going to go ahead and throw that Foul Play. And it's not going to actually take them out, I don't think. This thing is tanky, the Jellicent. So super effective. Powered up, Foul Play, still not enough to take them out. I am going to hit the Power Up Punch and just go for that. Yeah, I know. I could have went for Foul Play. Why did I not do it? I don't know. Maybe I was trying to flex a little bit, but whatever. So we're taking the win there. Another counter, taking out a Ghost type. Let's go. Next battle, folks. What are we going to see? Got a long video here for you. Yeah. I know you all enjoy those. So we have another good Umbreon lead. They're going to be swapping into Galvantula. We're going to go ahead and bring in our, you already know, Shadow Nidoqueen. This thing is absolutely going to shut it down. Yeah, sure, you're going to lower my attack, but I don't care. We're going to go ahead and lower your defense, and we're going right back to square one here. And we'll just keep doing that until this is over. Actually, I'm farming you all the way down. Yeah. I'm farming this thing all the way down to Funky Town so we can come out of here with energy, lowering our attack again. That's fine. So 2 attack debuffs so far. In comes the Umbreon. The camp farm is down. we're going to just continuously throw these Poison Fangs and just add on the defense debuff so we can go in here with Scrafty and absolutely mop up. But you already know, as soon as we do bring it in after they do take us out, they're going to swap. So let's just hope that the Drifblim is going to be able to counter what's in the back, or maybe even Scrafty can counter what's in the back and just handle it all by itself. And it is going to be a Machamp, so there's your Drifblim. Rock Slide is still going to be threatening. We're going to be able to get off an Icy Wind before they can throw that, though, which is great. And now we're going to absolutely let the first Rock Slide go through because we're Ghost and Flying. The counter is actually recovering our health. That was a joke, but it is doing so little damage, so we don't really need to worry about that, right? That's what Drifblim is going to be shining the most, is where it's going to be resisting things like fighting. So perfect. Going to let this go through. Rock Slide just, I wouldn't say it just tickled us, but it's really not threatening us at all. Going to go ahead and go for another Icy Wind here. At this point, you know, it's GG's. We're swapping in. They already know. We take the win, looking good, and let's go. Gotta love that rock, paper, scissors. Anybody who keeps telling me you could come back, sure you can. But if you get hard counter swap, hard counter in the back, or not even hard, just soft countered, I mean, don't do that. The people just like to do that just to go against what I'm saying, just because it's me saying it, right? But they're clowns. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and just keep power up punching. What we want to do is shield up the first one here, which is going to be a superpower. And I don't mind using a shield. That's perfectly fine. They're coming in with a Machamp. And this is good. I don't really care if it's super effective to me. Scrafty is just a little scrapper, so it doesn't really care. Still puts in damage with fighting counter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Drifblim here, hitting us with a Rock Slide, no big deal. Coming in with a Mewtwo, we're going to just go straight for the Shadow Ball. We have Nidoqueen in the back, which we need to consider. But they're letting it go through with still 2 shields. Probably thought I was going to bait them. But joke's on you, and, well, looks like you're going to have a little trouble here. We do need to look out for Dynamic Punch. We're going to let it go through. It is a Dynamic Punch, and we're just going to go ahead and bait them here. Let's see if we can get a shield from a Power Punch. No, not giving us our shield. So we're going to go ahead and swap and just take them out with a Nidoqueen casually, and they have the Machamp at the back. There's nothing they can do. The only thing that could save them at this point would possibly be a Payback charge move, but I highly doubt they have it, and we take the win. Looking good. Let's keep it moving here. Yeah, I know this team's expensive, but, you know, it is what it is. So we're met with an Altaria badly. We're swapping into our Drifblim. They're going to be bringing it into Typhlosion with Shadow Claw. Interesting. We're going to go ahead and just throw Shadow Ball. Let's see if they let it go. All right, that's perfect. Okay, so now I think we do shield up since we landed that. And we don't go for the farm down because they're about to get... We wouldn't have been able to farm them down. We just throw the Icy Wind, and they let it go, which is great, winning this matchup. Bring in Altaria, and not able to get to the Icy Wind. If we use this shield, we're shieldless. They still have 2, so it's going to be within my best interest to, unfortunately, just let it go. Bringing in Nidoqueen here, and I do believe this is actually a tricky battle for me. All right, what a crazy week. 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks I've had just completely... busy. When I try to do anything, it's like the universe tries to stop me right in my tracks to divert me from what I'm trying to do to complete it. But the thing is about that, I know I'm stepping away from commentary. Forgive me. I know some of you like this. But the way I like to look at things like that, if things are just frustrating me and I'm trying to move fast and things are slowing me down and I can't get to where I need to go as fast as I would like to get there, the way I see it is, well, it's a sign. It's a sign that something's trying to stop me from getting somewhere at a specific time. Maybe because I may get in a car accident. Somebody may hit me. Maybe I'll choke on a piece of food at a certain time. Or maybe, you know, just some weird thing like that. Yes, that's the way I look at things. It's a positive spin on it. Because if you're in this rut and things are holding you down and you're trying to get somewhere fast and the line is long somewhere or the machine's not working or whatever happens, you get a flat tire or your car's something, this or that. Just try to focus on, well, maybe I shouldn't be somewhere at this time. And that's why this is happening. Anyways, what am I going on about? Well, the pizza came. It was supposed to be here like 40 minutes later, but it got here extremely fast. So we had the pizza party, did all that, and now I'm back to editing. And this video is taking a lot longer than it should have. And then getting the video processed at 60 frames a second at the quality that I uploaded, the best quality you can almost have. I mean, I don't do 4K because basically it's a waste. It's very limited to the amount of people that are actually going to watch it in 4K. And to be honest with you, even if I did upload in 4K, it's probably not going to really look much different than the quality that I'm already uploading at. So yeah, I know you all enjoy that. It does take a lot of time, but I will not compromise that quality for speed. So yeah, there's that explanation. Anyways, let's continue on here. Now that I got a nice belly full of food, I broke my rule. I shouldn't have eaten before I got a video up. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and let this Hydro Cannon go through. Farming them down, Fury Cutter is actually super effective, non-stab, but very low damage. But we're taking the win there. Powered up and ready to go. They're bringing in that Heracross. We're going to go ahead and swap after getting that power-up punch into our Nidoqueen here. Close combat. And this one is going to take us out. It's not very effective, but it is pretty strong. And we're Shadow. Scrafty is countering it out of here. Let's go. We take the win. Not very effective counter. And we're into the next battle here fantastically. And I must say, while listening to the audio of the video, it doesn't sound horrible. It's actually pretty okay. It did change after I did come back from the pizza party, but yeah, it's okay. It sounds fine. So they swapped into Snorlax. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Drifblim here, and yeah, this is a comfortable matchup for us. The only thing that's going to be hurting us is going to be the Lick. Body Slam is doing minimal damage. Obviously, they're not going to go Superpower. If they had Outrage, that's the only thing at this point that would be effective to us, but you don't really want to run Outrage too often. They're surviving barely, which is fine. We're going to be able to farm down here, but they swap into their Abomasnow. We're going to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind to just, lower their attack just for the heck of it, bringing in our Scrafty and getting off this power punch as soon as we can so we can have vamped up counter damage. And we're getting to another one, which we're just going to be vamped up, ready to go with energy after this too as well. Well, we'll have a little bit, not too much. And since we did lower the attack, we do not need to shield this up at all. We're going to go ahead and let that go through. We're taking them out. They have 2 shields, which are coming in with that Snorlax. So I do believe we will shield this up, just because if they're coming in here with that, I mean, it doesn't mean what's in the back is weak to us. Okay, they got a Machamp. Interesting. So this is fine. This is actually golden. So we're going to just let it go down, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Nidoqueen here, and this is over. So I swap here, and I go for the Icy Wind. I was trying to catch, but they didn't want to throw. They thought you were going to farm me down, so there you go. There's your Icy Wind. Next time you throw. All right, stop trying to farm all that energy over there. I'm joking only, of course. So we're going to shield this up because I was thinking, well, payback. But I also was thinking after I did shield that up, oh yeah, I lowered the attack, but I'm not taking any chances here. And they tried to catch. We take the win. We're looking good. Let's keep it moving. Next battle, we have a Galarian Stunfisk. Fantastic. They're swapping into Pidgeot. We're going to go ahead and bring in Nidoqueen. If you're thinking, why not go Drifblim? The Ghost is not very effective. Icy Wind is going to be pretty good, but I'd rather have this matchup here. So I guess this is what I just did at the time. We're letting that go through, calling it. So many times I get nervous. People are just going to maybe go straight Brave Bird to kind of contradict or just switch it up from the norm, what people would usually do, just go Feather Dance. But we called it correctly, and now they're back in here with the Galarian Stunfisk. And yeah, of course they're going to let that go through. But the thing is, we did lower their defense, so that's perfect. We're going to go ahead and bring in Scrafty here, and I do believe we're going to actually just let this go. It does a good amount of damage, and what do they have in the back of Machamp? Oh, perfect. Here we go again with this. So we're going to go ahead and just bring in the Drifblim. We're looking comfortable. We do shield this up, and they do bait me here, but it doesn't really matter. If we do fall for another one, we could be in a little bit of hot water, slightly lukewarm, maybe like a hot tub. I'm feeling warm, so technically we're still comfortable. All right, letting that Rock Slide go through, fine. And we're building up quite a bit of extra energy here for whatever reason for the next Pokemon, actually. Acting like I don't know. They're still holding on to both shields as if they're going to pull off some sort of Magic Man. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. All right, I'm going to go ahead and swap. And go in with the Power-Up Punch. Now, at this point, we lowered the attack. We're good to go. I'm expecting an Earthquake here. It could be a bait Rock Slide, but we're going to go ahead and shield it up anyways, and we did correctly, so we're looking good. Galarian Stunfisk still could have put in some work with that Icy Wind or a Shadow Ball at least at this point. So we're just going to go counter, getting to the Power Punch. They are almost to another Earthquake, but not there, and we're taking the win, looking good, with a good lead, so I can't act like I'm all that. All right, into the next battle. Let's see what we're going to be met with. A Jellicent, good lead. We love to see this here. And I do believe this is a very interesting matchup here. I actually have never played one out like this before. So they're just going to keep bubble beaming me here, like continuously bubble beaming me. And we're just going to go kind of back and forth. So I go for a foul play. And now there is one point where I screw up. I do something stupid. I I should just keep going foul play, foul play, foul play over and over and over again. But I go for a power punch. I'm thinking, I'm going to neutralize my attack. And no, that was a dumb idea because they're just going to straight lower it again. Sure, we bring it up by 1 stage so we're not debuffed as much as we were before. But inevitably, it would have just been better to just keep going with the foul play. As you can see, look at that. So that would have been another foul play. They could have potentially shielded up at this point since they were so low. But yeah, Shadow Ball is resisted. But if you do get it low enough, you could hit it with a surprise Shadow Ball, which will KO. So I was thinking that they were trying to pull that off. We're going to go ahead and go foul play, but we take them out. All right, there we go. Swapping into a, well, bringing in a Galvantula after we do take them out. We're going to be bringing in Drifblim. And now, I know, it's crazy, right? I'm crazy, but we call the lunge. Oh my gosh. I knew this is what I had to do, I guess. I don't know. If I bring in Nidoqueen, they maybe would have countered me with some sort of water. So we'll just have to see how this does play out. We're absolutely letting this go through. And now we're just going to go ahead and bring in Nidoqueen, farm the rest of the way down. And they're instantly swapping. They got an Umbreon in the back, so they have just locked themselves. This is just fantastic. I think I may take a little bit too long. All right, so what my thought process was at this point for not swapping into Scrafty immediately. I wanted them to throw their energy, but they kept farming, so it's kind of annoying. So we're just going to go ahead and take matters into our own hands here. We're shielding up a foul play, but, you know, better safe than sorry, I suppose. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, all that good stuff. So we're going for a power-up punch. They have 1 shield left, and they have a Galvantula in the back that's very weak. Going for last resort, taking us out. And I let it go through because I already knew I was going to be able to win with the Nidoqueen. There's nothing they can do at this point to protect themselves. And we're letting it go through just because we can. And we take the win. Let's go. All right. Into the next battle, folks. Oh, we got a... that hair is hilarious. So we got another sound wrap. This time it has waterfall. So this is good. It's going to take a while for them to get to their charge moves. But we still need to call Mega Horn or not. I do believe we make the call and we're going to let it go through because it was a little soon for Mega Horn. Yep, just a Hydro Cannon. And now we're going to go for the Power-Up Punch. Now, if they want to shield this up, by all means, be my guest. We're just going to be able to take you out with counter. They do. Wow. All right. And we're countering down. And we got a shield out of them. And we still have 1 shield. Now, I could have threw Power-Up Punch to bait them. Make them think we're going for a powered-up foul play. But, yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda, yet again. Bringing in the Nidoqueen because this thing is just disgusting here. And we still have 2 shields. Figured they were going to bait me. I didn't care. I was going to use a shield anyways because we almost got this thing down. And this is absolutely going to be another Dragon Claw here. So we will let it go through. And they're swapping into a Venusaur. This is great. We're going to go ahead and go for the Poison Fang. And then bring in the Drifblim. Now you're going to see the ridiculous amount of damage Frenzy Plant can still do. So that thing is... Alright. The defense has been debuffed. Not attack. Okay. So there you go. Look at almost half. Almost half. So we're going Icy Wind, super effective, and now we can lower the attack, and now we can take the Frenzy Plants more comfortable with the ensuing Vine Whips, which are basically doing nothing at all. So we don't really have to worry about it. Could have farmed up a little bit more, but at this point, we don't really need to. We're just going to go ahead and take them out. There's no point in doing all that nonsense. In comes Charizard, and I do believe I could have shielded this up, but just going to let it go. Bring in Nidoqueen and take the win. Looking good. Let's get it. Last battle, folks. Wait. Is this the last battle? Let me see what Pokemon they have. Oh yeah, sure is. Great lead. And this was quite literally my last battle of the day. They're swapping into Dragalge. We're going to go ahead and bring in the old trusty Drifblim that we're spotlighting here. Or highlighting. And we're getting a shield from the Icy Wind, which would have been super effective. Some really nice effective lag here. Oh, And some people were reaching out to me. As a matter of fact, the trainer that I did go up against in the first battle in my last video... He did comment. He was saying, well, I swear you were the one doing something suspicious. So, you know what? From now on, I'm just going to not even say, like, well, that's suspicious. We'll just say, oh, it's some lag. How about that? Because, yeah, I don't like to, say people are cheating when they're not. It's not good. That was never my intention. And they weren't, like, crazy or nothing. I just want to make that point very clear. So this is very... very interesting, right? So we're letting the close combat go through. Crazy, right? Right. Scrafty. In comes the Dragalge. We're looking good. We're going to go ahead and go foul play here. Taking them out. And Jealous into the back. We take the win. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
So you're finally here! Fantastic!